The next program for this evening is a Bhajan workshop. Bhajans are an integral part of the Indian culture and also of Swami's institutions. Swami, in his Ugadi discourse, when it was celebrated here in Brindavan in 2003, revealed that the collective singing of bhajans was first introduced by Guru Nanak. In the same discourse, Swami also explained the Bharata of bhajan singing, comprising bha for bhava, feeling, ra for raga, the tune, and ta for tala, the beat. To elucidate further, we have Brother Abhishek, Brother Anand, Brother Sai Aditya, and Brother Prashrai Khare. Brother Abhishek joined the Sri Sathya Higher Secondary School in class 11. He went on to complete his MSc in Physics from the Department of Physics in the year 2014. Brother Abhishek is an assistant professor in the Department of Physics, Brindavan campus, and is pursuing his doctoral research in the area of microfluidics. Brother Anand joined the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School in the year 2009 for class 11. He completed his MSc in mathematics in the year 2016 and is currently a full-time doctoral research scholar in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, Prashanti Nilayam. His area of research is mathematical modeling of population dynamics. Both of them are members of the Bhajan group in Prashanti Nilayam. Brothers Abhishek and Anant will be accompanied by Brother R. Sai Aditya on keyboard and Brother Prashrai Khare on tabla. The accompanying artists for this evening are students of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Brindavan campus. I now invite the team to take over the session.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, a loving Sai Ram to all of you. We welcome you all to this evening's Bhajan workshop session. Before we begin, let us pray to our beloved Bhagwan to start this Bhajan workshop with his divine message.
ఈనాటి బాలబాలికలు కాలమును అధికంగా వ్యర్థం చేస్తున్నారు.
Boys and girls today waste their time a lot.
కేవలం వ్యర్థమైనటువంటి మాటలతో దీన్ని దుర్వినియోగం చేస్తున్నారు.
They waste time indulging in vain gossip.
ఏ మంచి మాటలైనా ఉపయోగించుకోవటం లేదు.
They don't make use of time at least by speaking
ఏ
good
మంచి
words.
యోచనలకైనా అవకాశం ఇవ్వటం లేదు.
They don't listen to good things whatsoever.
ఏమిటి వీళ్ళ పాటలు, వీళ్ళ ఆటలు, వీళ్ళివన్నీ?
What are their games? What are their singing and all?
ఈ వయసు లోపల బయట ప్రపంచంలో పోయి చూస్తే ఎంత కఠినంగా ఉంటుందో మీకు తెలియదు.
Outer world, you cannot imagine what is happening.
ఒక్క ప్రశాంతి నిలయం నందే భజనలు, పూజలు, పాటలు, రామ కృష్ణ గోవింద అనేటువంటి ఒక పాటల కింద మీరు దీన్ని ఆనందంగా సద్వినియోగం చేసుకుంటున్నారు.
It is only in Prashanti Nilayam where you find bhajans and singing the glory of God all the time.
బయట పోతే ఈ పాటలంటే ఏమిటో వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు.
Outside they do not know what these things are.
పాటలుగా పాడుతుంటారు.
They sing meaningless songs.
మనకు నోరిచ్చింది దానికోసమా?
You know why the tongue is given?
నాలుకనిచ్చినది ఎందుకు తెలుసా?
You know why the tongue is given?
దైవనామమును నాట్యం ఆడించే కోసమని.
So as to sing the glory of God.
ఈనాటి బాలబాలికలు కాలమును అధికంగా వ్యర్థం చేస్తున్నారు.
Boys,
let us put into practice what Swami said right away and let us sing a bhajan glorifying his name. Govind bolo, Gopal bolo,
Govind bolo, Gopal bolo,
Ram Ram bolo, Hari Ram bolo,
Ram Ram bolo, Hari Ram bolo.
Allah Sai Yeshu Nanak,
Allah Sai Yeshu Nanak,
Saurashtra Mahavir Buddha Naam bolo,
Saurashtra Mahavir बुद्ध नाम बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो।
ये नाम सारे है जीवन सहारे,
ये नाम सारे हैं जीवन सहारे,
परमानंद के खोलते हैं द्वारे,
परमानंद के ये खोलते हैं द्वारे।
जो नाम चाहो वो नाम बोलो,
जो नाम चाहो वो नाम दो। History of where the Sai Bhajan movement started, it started even before Swami declared his avatarhood with the Pandari Bhajan group. And even after the avatar declaration, the first bhajan, the first thing that Swami did was singing a bhajan, that too, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. From there till now, 79 years are over, and we still, in this Sathya Sai organization, Sathya Sai institutions, anywhere, any program has a component of bhajans in it. Even today we started this with bhajans. Morning we had bhajans, Nagar Sankirtans. Why this importance? Did we ever try to ask ourselves, what is so great about singing these bhajans? What is the importance of bhajans? Or maybe ask it this way, what can a bhajan do to all of us? So that's something which I think we should ask together.
Many years ago, when Akhanda Bhajan used to be conducted here in Bangalore, before it became a global movement as we know it today, it was conducted here in Bangalore, and whenever Swami used to come to Bangalore, he used to stay in one Dr. Padmanabhan's house. So on one of these Akhanda Bhajans, one young man comes up to Dr. Padmanabhan and he says, "Sir, you are so close to Swami. I am having this particular problem in my skin, that I have white patches all over my body and I'm being put down in many places, and I'm not getting enough support that I want to. Can you just please talk to Swami on my behalf and request that I just want to talk to him?"
He was in so much agony that he was not able to achieve anything in his life for no mistake of his, just because his appearance was not like others.
And Dr. Padmanabhan, rightly so, he said that, "Babu, you can pray to Swami yourself. It is not right that I speak to Swami on your behalf. That is not the right thing to do. Anyway, you are a good singer. You please come and sit during the Akhanda Bhajan and sing. If Swami hears your prayer, well and good. If he doesn't, then it's up to you and Swami. But you can come and sing definitely." So this man took this advice in the right spirit, and definitely he came and sang during the Akhanda Bhajan. Swami was physically present there. He sat through the Akhanda Bhajan from about 6 to 8 p.m. and then he retired to Dr. Padmanabhan's house, and he had his dinner and was about to retire into his inner room and to retire for the day.
And it was raining profusely as it happened today.
And in that rain, when Swami was just, he said, "Padmanabhan, take the car. We have to go to the Bhajan hall immediately." Now Dr. Padmanabhan, being a little protective of Swami in all good feeling and devotion, he said, "Swami, you have come all the way from Puttaparthi. It's been such a long and tiresome journey. And you've been through the Bhajan from 6 to 8 and it's raining now. Why don't you take rest? We will go to the Bhajan hall tomorrow." To this, Swami immediately said, "Padmanabhan, no, we have to go to the Bhajan hall immediately. If you don't take me, I will myself." Now Dr. Padmanabhan said, now Dr. Padmanabhan realized that it was very serious, and he took the car out immediately. And as they reached the Bhajan hall, they see that this young man was sitting and pouring his heart out to Swami. Let us just imagine this situation, that we are this young and we are being put down for no fault of ours, and we are just praying to Swami for his darshan and his support. Let us sing this bhajan together.
So he sang the bhajan. He was singing the bhajan, "Darsha dikhao mere Sai Nandalala," because 6 to 8, he was not able to seek Swami's attention, and he wanted to badly convey to Swami what he wanted to. So he prays. Please follow.
दर्श दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला,
दर्श दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला,
दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला,
दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला,
देवकी नंदन दीन दयाला,
देवकी नंदन दीन दयाला,
मथुरा नाथा मदन गोपाला,
मथुरा नाथा मदन गोपाला,
साई नारायण सदा कृपाला,
साई नारायण सदा कृपाला,
दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला,
दया करो मुझे कृष्ण गोपाला,
दया करो मुझे साई गोपाला,
दया करो मुझे साई गोपाला,
दर्श दिखाओ मेरे साई नंदलाला. This man is singing with all his heart out, not realizing the Lord whose darshan he was praying for right in front of him, and need him. Needless to say, the others around him realize that Swami is there. And as he ends this bhajan and he opens his eyes, he looks at Swami's glorious form standing in.
And then when he's seeing Swami, he's feeling so happy that Swami has heard his prayers and standing right in front of him.
And that is not a time when Swami is expected to come.
Exactly.
So he sees Swami, and as if nothing has happened, he just puts his hand on that man's head, and in a trice, all his white patches just vanish.
He's not able to see that his patches are vanishing, but the whole crowd is able to see that a bhajan happens, Swami comes for darshan, and with just one touch, just everything changes.
Now, why did he tell this story? Is it because Swami cured him of his disease? No, it was because, more importantly, it was addressing the question that brother had put first. What can a bhajan do? The bhajan can bring the Lord to us. In fact, when Swami went back to Dr. Padmanabhan's house, Dr. Padmanabhan, very devotedly, he asked Swami, Swami, why could you have not waited till the morning to go and bless him, Swami? And then Swami said, Padmanabhan, when that young boy's heart was calling out to me, I could not sit in your living room. And that is the power of a bhajan, brothers and sisters. It can bring the Lord to us.
And that is not the power of just this bhajan, or that is not the power of just another bhajan which had a story, but each and every Sai bhajan has got the same power. And now, what is Sai bhajan consist of? How does this power come from? If we just break down and see, a Sai bhajan has got the name of the Lord, yes. The glory of the Lord, yes. And along with it, the most powerful tool, and that is music associated with it. So if we look at it, actually it is Namasmarana and kirtana, not just kirtana, but sankirtana. Each of these is by itself a pathway to the Lord. Most of you would be knowing Navavida Bhakti, yes or no? Yes? So out of the 9 paths of devotion, Vishnu Smaranam is Namasmarana and Sankirtana or Kirtana. So let us just dwell upon what these components are. So as we told, Namasmarana. Namasmarana is chanting the name of the Lord on our lips. So in the very recent Ramanavami discourse, Swami used to say, Ramanama manu prasadam idigo randi bhaktulara. What is more sweeter than the name of the Lord on our tongues?
That itself is the prasadam.
Exactly. So chanting the name of the Lord is itself a means to liberation. So sage Vishwamitra was questioned by so many other sages. They went and asked, oh dear sage, is there any way where people can safely or maybe in an easier way reach the Lord? And Vishwamitra sage replies that blessed are the people of Kali age, because in Kali Yuga, Namasmarana is the way to liberation, which is the safest and the easiest path towards the Lord.
Yeah.
And then Bhagavan gives a beautiful story for this, for reciting the name of the Lord. So it's a conversation between the three mothers. Mother Kausalya, as all of you know, Mother Anjana Devi comes to Mother Kausalya and says, Mother, do you know who I am? I am the mother of Hanuman. And do you know what my son has done? He has just crossed the ocean in one leap. And Mata Kausalya says, oh, is it? Very nice. And then immediately the mother of Agastya Muni comes. And she says, oh, Mother, do you know who am I? I am the mother of the person who just drank the ocean in one leap. The ocean which Hanuman was talking about. My son just drank it in one gulp, like this. Kausalya Mata says, oh, is it? And then after a brief pause, she says, do you know both your sons have done great things, but just before they did what they did, they chanted the name Rama. And that is why they were able to do what they did. And I am the mother of
Rama.
Lord Rama. The story doesn't end here. Listen to me. So now during this conversation, Lord Rama walks in. And then Lord Rama walks in and asks very innocently, what is the conversation about? And then Kausalya Mata narrates the whole story. And this is where, brothers and sisters, the most important message comes out. Lord Rama says, this body was given the name Rama during the birth, because of which this body achieved what it could achieve. This body could defeat Ravana because it had the name Rama. Just look at the humility of the Lord. Not just humility, but the way he's trying to drive home the lesson that the name of the Lord is more powerful maybe than the Lord himself. And that's how this lesson is taught to us. So therefore, in Krita Yuga, people used to do dhyanas. In Treta Yuga, it became yajnas and yagas. In fact, Rama was born as a result of a yajna. In Dwapara Yuga, it was worship, archana. And finally, in Kali age, it is just Namasmaranam. The quantity does not matter. You sit with the Japamala, does not matter. How you are able to chant the name of the Lord matters. So this much about Namasmarana. Next comes about kirtana. All of you will be knowing what a kirtana is. That is a song on the Lord. And many of you know the examples of people who are known for composing kirtanas. Anybody? Any example? Mirabai, beautiful. One more. Boys side. Tyagaraja, amazing. Yes. So kirtana is also singing the name of the Lord, but it is more like a individual personal devotion to the Lord. It was not that one day Tyagaraja Swami or Mirabai said, please get the harmonium, give me a paper, I will sit and compose. No. Each of it was a conversation.
Each of it was a conversation as well as a prayer to their Lord.
If you just look at one of the Tyagaraja's compositions, Ninne gani madine ninna jala norula nannu brovavaya Tyagarajanota marugelara O Raghava marugelara O Raghava.
Saint Tyagaraja, so beautifully, he is in a conversation with the Lord saying, Lord, with you in my heart, I have searched everywhere. Why are you not granting your darshan to me? Why this barrier between you and me? Marugelara, O Raghava. So, like brother said, every song, every poem that they composed was a conversation between them and the Lord. It was their individual connection to Swami, their own Swami. And if their disciples had not recorded whatever the masters had composed, we would not have them today and enjoy these kritis. Now that much about kirtana. Moving on to sankirtana. Samyak kirtanam iti sankirtanam. As Swami says, group singing is sankirtanam. Now Brother Pranav, as he introduced, he mentioned that Guru Nanak was a great example of one who started this sankirtanam.
But the roots exist much before, I suppose, right?
Swami also mentions that sankirtanam was also practiced by the Gopikas in the Dwapara Yuga. Whenever they used to do their chores, whether the churning of the butter or milking of the cow, they used to do it with the name of Krishna on their lips and in a most musical format. Swami says that they were also ones who started Sankirtana. Moving on to the Kali Yuga, Sankirtana does not exist only merely in the Hindu religion. Sankirtana also exists in various other cults and religions. For example, Guru Nanak. The Guru Granth Sahib was finally finally put together by him, and all the verses were supposed to be sung in very set tunes. The ragas and the tala was set, and they were supposed to sing it in a musical format, and that was Sankirtan. This opened the doors for the public and everybody to have the access of the Lord's name on their lips. We also have choir or mass singing in Christianity and mass prayer in Islam.
Sufism also has.
Sufism also, yes. And in Hinduism, we have a more prominent example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go on the streets singing the Lord's name, and he used to encourage each and every one to sing the Lord's name. He said that the Lord's name is a right to be chanted by everybody. He used to grant access to the Lord's name even to the Harijans. In those days, the caste system was so rigid and people were not even allowed to chant the name of the Lord. So just his devotion and by his example, he brought together people of various castes and said, you are free to sing the name of the Lord. He used to go around in the streets with the naal and the cymbal, and he used to go around singing the name of the Lord. Some people were annoyed with his behavior and even broke the naal and took away the cymbals. That did not stop him from singing the name of the Lord. He said that this body itself is an instrument to sing the name of the Lord, and I will not stop.
And he started clapping and singing bhajans, and then he was one of the first people to start the Nagar Sankirtan movement. Just go on the street singing the name of the Lord.
Moving on to the advantages of Sankirtana. Brother, can you just elucidate on?
So we said kirtana and Sankirtana. So kirtana is doing as an individual and Sankirtana is doing as a group. So when we do things in a group, it has got its own advantages, and specifically Sankirtana let us address. And to most of you who are science students, very rational and logic thinkers, so Swami has given this beautiful example. When we sing together, when we chant the name of the Lord in the form of music, to the same tune, addressing the same Lord with all the heart, the vibrations are going to be different. The sound waves are going to emanate from the whole group, and then when they go up, they form the clouds. They merge with the water vapor and they form the clouds. And when they form the clouds, they are the clouds of positive vibrations. And when the cloud is going to burst and give the rainfall, that is going to be a positive rain with all the Lord's name on it. When that water falls onto the crops, we have the crops and the plants growing with the name of the Lord. When we eat them, we are going to benefit out of it because food is going to be the generator of thoughts. And just see the cycle continues yet again singing.
And today Swami has also showered us with so much love in the form of rain because of all your positive vibrations in the summer course today.
And taking this example forward, so again, since most of you are students, many of you are school students, just imagine that a class is going on and the teacher is teaching with high intensity and he or she finds that you have done some mistake. He just says, hey, just go out of the class, you have done a mistake. And you feel so bad that, I've been thrown out of the class and you go out. Now after some time, you're feeling that I'm missing a lot of it. And then suddenly teacher looks at somebody else and says, hey, you also go out. And now you feel so happy actually that, oh my God, my friend also got punished.
Now I have company.
I've got company. And later after some time, one more guy gets punished. One more. And just imagine out of
Half
the
the classes are.
Yeah. Out of the class of 40 people, just imagine the teacher says, I just want quality, and even 5 students who are attentive is fine. So only 5 students are in the class, 35 are outside, and the 35 outside will forget that it's a punishment. Correct? You'll think, oh, those 5 people are, nerds, bookworms. They, sitting in the class and trying to
Impress
get
the
a good, impress, saying that, I'm a good student. Actually, what we have forgotten is that all of us have taken birth because we have not cleared some papers in life. We have not passed the main paper, so therefore because of supplementary exam or punishment, all of us have come down. So much so that all of us are together, we forgot that we've been punished. So if a group punishment is there, what do? Will you go individually and ask the teacher? Yes or no? Brothers? No, right? So
What
as a
would you
group,
do?
probably you go to the principal or HOD and then say, sir, please
Pardon us.
pardon all of us. And then maybe the teacher says, okay, write some 10 times, 15 times or something like that, and next time come back to the class. So similarly, when we pray as a group, each one's individual parts get nullified. That's the effect of group singing or a group prayer to the Lord. And the final example, probably I would give you, most of your math students, a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, a plus b whole power n, and that's a binomial expansion, right? So most of us may not know it. It's just a plus b whole square, let's take. You get a square plus 2b square, plus 2ab is there. So just when two of you sing the name of the Lord, probably you'll get that extra 2ab term. Just imagine if many of you sing the Lord, and if the power of getting back is going to be n, and the way math is complicated, but then you get that much of grace showering on all of us. So that's the importance of group singing.
Thank you for that. Moving on more specifically to our very own Sai Bhajan movement, which was initiated by none other than Bhagwan. Let's look at the components of this wonderful Sai Bhajan movement. The most important, the most crucial part of the Sai Bhajan movement is the lyrics and the meaning. Whether we are singers or not, the lyrics and the meaning are very, very, very important. Swami says, if you do not know the lyrics or the meaning of the song, you are just like a tape recorder. What is the difference between you and a tape recorder? A tape recorder also can play some tape with the Lord's name in it. It doesn't know what it is chanting, right? So you must know the lyrics and meaning. And if you get it wrong, just imagine, you all are the WhatsApp generation and the Facebook generation, and thankfully WhatsApp has now come with a feature which deletes your messages, but it didn't have that before. Imagine you're in a WhatsApp conversation with your Lord, with the Lord of the universe, and you make a typo.
So bringing the same logic that you're trying to write an apology letter and you make mistake in the apology letter, it's very bad, right? So
that's really not the way to go about. So we are just going to give you some examples of how not to be or how not to write this apology letter. We want to start with this bhajan, which sometimes is sung in samitis, but the people are, very poetic in their approach to the Lord. Anjananandaviram Ashokavana Sancharam Vande Lanka Bhayankaram Sita Shoka Vinashakaram. So this is the bhajan, very, very simple bhajan, saying, praising Lord Hanuman in his various glories, and this person in the Samiti sings with all the josh. He goes on to the third speed singing, Vande Lanka Bhayankaram, Bhayankaram Sai Bhayankaram.
just imagine Bhayankaram, Sai Bhayankaram. Means
Can you ever fear this beautiful, charming Lord of ours?
terror, terror, Lord, terror, terror. Is that the way we sing? Why Bhayankaram was there? Because it was...
Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. The moment Hanuman came to Lanka, he instilled fear in the hearts of all the Rakshasas over there. That is the meaning. So without knowing the meaning, there's no point in, just getting Josh. Our brothers also sang Bolo Jagam in a very musical and very nice format here. There is a part which comes, Gurudware mein Sai Ram, Girija ghar mein Sai Ram. Now there was a person who did not know what this Girja Ghar means. Girja Ghar means the place of worship for Christians or a church. So this person did not know what this Girja Ghar meant, or she did not hear it properly. So the person sang, Gurudware mein Sai Ram, चिड़िया घर में साई राम.
Yeah, we all understand that the Lord is omnipresent, omnipotent, but we don't say, Lord, you're in the traffic signal, Lord, you're on the national highway and all that, right?
We don't sing it in the bhajan. We can, no, probably.
So there is this beautiful bhajan actually. Jayananda Lala, Jai Jai Gopala, Mohana Murat Sai Gopala. So beautiful bhajan, Jayananda Lala, Jai Jai Gopala, Mohana Murat, beautiful faced Lord Krishna. And then Papam, this student sang it, and that became the first and last bhajan of his bhajan career. He sang it as Mohana Murak. So now you all know the meaning of Murak. Murak is a fool. Now, if you don't know the lyrics, you can create disasters. So there is this another bhajan. Devi Jagajanani Sai Mata. So it has the lyrics. Jnana Pradaini Jnaneshwari Tripura Sundari Dakshayani.
Tripura Sundari Dakshayani. What a beautiful lyrics. It means, oh Mata, who is beautiful in all the three worlds and who is the daughter of Daksha.
Daughter of Daksha, Dakshayani. So this person, very full devotion, he sings Tripura Sundari Drakshayani, daughter of grapes.
Any sense whatsoever.
Correct?
So unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, there many samitis and many places in our Sai organizations also have had the casualty of the most common Mangala Arati. So we just thought we should take this opportunity to correct some of the lyrics of the Mangala Arati. Brother?
Mata Pita Guru Daivamu Mari Antayu Nive. Mata Pita Guru Daivam Mari Antayu Nive. Everything else, you are everything else, Bhagwan. And some people make the mistake of Mata Pita Guru Daivamu Mari Antayu Nive. Swami, who else are you? Means it's not for him to answer. Yeah, sad. Means let's try to pray to him. No, it's a prayer. You should not ask him questions. And the verse part is the next stanza. Omkara Rupa Ojasvi O Sai Mahadeva.
Ojasvi means pure and blemishless.
Omkara Rupa Ojasvi.
We are describing the qualities of the Lord here.
But people tend to sing Omkara Rupa Ujai Siva Sai Mahadeva. Yes, Jai Shiva, fine. But O Jai Shiva Sai Mahadeva may not make sense.
It does not make sense.
Then next part is Mangala Harati Anduko. Please accept the Mangala Arati that we are offering to you, Bhagwan. But some tend to sing Mangala Harati Anduko.
You are asking Swami, why Arti for you?
Why do we have to offer Arati? So, is that the question we ask the Lord?
Yeah.
So, Mandara Giridhari. So, this is in comparison of Bhagwan to Lord Krishna. Mandara Giridhari. It's not Mangala Giridhari. So, this is one thing which we have to. And yeah, coming to the last part, knowing the lyrics.
We just thought we would spend a few minutes asking each of you if you would know some of the meanings of the common words which are appearing in our Sai Bhajans.
What is the meaning of the word Vinayaka? Vinayaka. No, meaning of Vinayaka is not Ganesha, okay? Vinayaka is
It's
another.
a name for Ganesha.
It's a name for Ganesha.
But what is the meaning of
Yes.
Vinayaka?
One who does not have? Perfect. Thank you very much, brother.
Nayaka means master.
Master.
Vinayaka means one who does not have any master above him, instead of all masters.
Vigneshwara means the one who destroys all the obstacles. Whereas Vinayaka means he is the leader of leaders. There is nobody above him. Now, coming to the next word. Patita Pavana. Anyone? Maybe now from the sisters. Patita Pavana. Yes? Okay, coming back. Brothers, Patita Pavana.
Anybody can just raise your hand and shout out the answer.
Just raise your hand and shout out, no problem. Pavana means, what is Pavana? One of you?
Pure. You're right.
Pure. Pavana means
Pavana
pure.
means
Beautiful.
pure.
So Patita Pavana means the one who makes even a sinner become pure. Patita, the one who has fallen. Patita Pavana. And the last one, Niranjana. We sang Alaka Niranjana, right? What is the meaning of Niranjana? Brother? Yes?
Right. Spotless.
Spotless. Beautiful. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you, brother. So spend enough time emphasizing why it is important for each one of you to put effort and know the lyrics as well as the meaning. So another aspect, another important aspect is bhava and raga. Bhava, raga, tala make together one beautiful garland of an offering. Now many of you may think, oh, I'm not a singer. What do? I don't know about raga and tala. In such a case, brothers and sisters, it is your right and you have every right to follow. Come and follow in a bhajan session. It's not necessary for everybody to know raga and tala, but it is extremely important for a lead singer to know what is a raga and tala. Because now when we see our bhajans happening here, it is not just our offering to the Lord, it is also a seva which is happening. Because you as a lead singer, you are trying to connect many other people also to God. So it is most essential that you have to concentrate on the raga and tala as well. Now, for those who don't know raga and tala, and for those who know raga and tala, the most important connecting link is bhava. You may ask us how to develop bhava for a bhajan. So we just thought we would elucidate on 3 possible ways we could generate bhava for any given bhajan. One of the most effective manners to generate bhava is to know the story behind the composition.
How the bhajan got composed?
In the first place. So that might be next to impossible because you need to trace out the composer, you need to ask him or her as to how the bhajan was composed. May not be to your access. What is the next way that is possible? You might go on the lookout for stories associated with bhajans. Now, there is a beautiful story associated with this bhajan, Kalyana Krishna, Kamaniya Krishna. It so happened in Brindavan that Swami had stopped all the lead singers from singing pair bhajans like Radhe Shama, Parvati Ramana. And Swami very specifically mentioned that he was doing this so that he does not want the devotees to incur sin by thinking of the worldly relationship between the consort and the Lord. And he gave this very specific instruction to the bhajan group, and they were very diligent in choosing bhajans which did not contain them, or they appropriately replaced each of these, for example, Radhe Shama with Sai Shama and so on.
Sita Rama means Sai Rama. In some ways, they were trying to change these places where they were apparently singing the Lord and his consort's name.
So they did this very carefully, and one day this brother who was sitting in front of Swami, he starts this bhajan, Kalyana Krishna, Kamaniya Krishna. The moment he realizes that he's
Started the bhajan.
The moment he started the bhajan, he realizes that the third line contains Govardhana Giridhari Murari Gopi Mana Sanchari. Now, if people can take Radhe Shama in the wrong way, they could also take Gopi Mana Sanchari in the wrong way. So he realizes that and he's in a panic now. And Swami most beautifully chooses this moment of panic to go into a trance. And he decides not to do anything. And this brother here, he's in 2 minds. On one side, he's thinking, oh, I have let down the bhajan group. We will not be given chances to sing in front of Swami anymore. And Swami is going to scold us. On the other side, he has this more subtle and beautiful feeling that, Swami, you gave us this one instruction. And that also I'm not able to follow, Swami. I have let you down. I don't want to let you down, Swami. Please help me. And he's singing with this bhava. The second line goes on. Kaliya Mardana Shri Krishna.
And the people also follow Kaliya Mardana Shri Krishna.
And Swami chooses this moment when people are following. He just bends down to the person who was singing and he whispers, Brindavana Sanchari. The man immediately catches this, and he sings this third line as Govardhana Giridhari Murari Brindavana Sanchari. There is nobody but Swami who can do this. It all happened so naturally, as if it was pre-planned. Now, we could probably associate this in a situation in our lives where, our Balvikas gurus or our teachers or parents have told us something that we know is good for us and we know that will please Swami. But we are all in this age where peer pressure can catch up with us and other things which would force us to go away from the path. And at this time, we could think, Swami, I know that this is not what you would like and I don't want to let you down, Swami, please help me. And rest assured, brothers and sisters, that when you sing with this feeling, Swami will never let you down. He will never put you in a situation where you have to displease him.
So from then on, after probably Swami realized or Swami thought that
the message has
the
gotten
message
through.
has been given to the devotees, or the devotees started going beyond the feeling of the Lord and the concert, Swami started allowing us to sing in the original form. So we still sing Gopi Manasanchari only. In fact, if we actually look at the devotion, the Gopikas and the Gopis had the maximum devotion to the Lord, which was very pure and unsullied. So now coming to the third aspect of how to generate the feeling. So the one was try to look for the composer and know the story, which we felt was not possible, or try to associate a story with try to look at the story associated with the bhajan, whether it was Darsha Dikhao or whether this story, which also may be little tough. So the third and the best way where each of us can connect to our own Swami is that we create a story.
We talked about lyrics and meaning. That is one part. Only 1% of the effort is to know the actual meaning of the lyrics. The rest of the 99% is actually to, think for ourselves as to what the bhajan means to me. What do I get out of this? How can I connect to Swami from this bhajan?
Because each of our bhajans also is a connection between us and Swami, and therefore the whole group. So how do we create a story? So in our humble attempts, we just came up with one bhajan and a story associated with it. So this is this bhajan, all of you must be knowing. Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha Tere Charano Mein Sai Mera Koti Pranam. All of you know this bhajan, right? Yes, at least most of you? Yes. So now let us just imagine this story. Each of us is trying to imagine this. We have prayed a lot. Right now we are in the time where Bhagwan is physically not there with us. So we want to connect to him, each of us heart to hearts, and we want to talk to him. So let us imagine that we have prayed a lot and Swami has come. He's just given darshan. Like how for Dhruva, right? When Dhruva just prays Om Namo Narayana, the Lord is already there and it's like a one-to-one conversation. So similarly with each of us, there is Bhagwan, and now we are trying to start this conversation. So the first line goes, each of us are very happy. I'm very happy that I have seen Swami, or Swami has given me darshan. So in all gratitude and happiness, I sing Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha. And then Swami looks at me, or looks at each one of us individually and says, oh yes, I have come for you. I have come for you. And then you're feeling all the more happy and all the more, with all gratitude that you're saying, Tere charano mein sai mera koti pranam. Lord, thanks a lot. I don't know how to show that I'm grateful to you that you have given me darshan. And then Swami doesn't stop with that. He asks, Emi Samacharam, what is it? What news? And then you're a little baffled because you don't know what to talk. You're very nervous. You don't know what to tell Swami. But you have so much to ask. You thought, if Swami comes in front of me, I have these things to ask. But then he's already right in front of you. He's asking you what you want. And you're little shivering. You don't know what to ask. So you again sing this line, Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha. So if we actually look at our own lives, if we say Amma, means we are calling out. If we say Amma, there is something behind this modulation. That is, you want to convey. You have an agenda, yeah. You're trying to say, Amma, means you're trying to tell her already something. So Swami catches that. So when you say, Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha, Swami says, Bangaru, don't feel shy. Ask me. I am the giver of everything, right? Ask me, don't feel shy. You still are a little impatient, you're feeling scared. You again say, Tere charano mein sai mera koti pranam. Now Swami says, boss, you have buttered me enough. I am going to grant you what you ask for. So finally come on, yeah, ask. So now we calculate. In our minds we calculate what to ask Swami. Then you realize that I am in the prime of my youth. I have a lot of things. Maybe one side IIT, one side NEET, one side something else. And salaries, life, everything. So you want strength to go through all that. So you say, Mujhe Shakti do, mere Sai Shiva. He says, granted, what more? Now this what more puts us to confusion. Means I have asked for everything, right? You give me strength to do this, do that, do that. And then he asks, what more? Now you are literally feeling scared. What else to ask? And then suddenly probably that story will come to us. Maybe where this one lady goes to the king. The king has an exhibition. And he says, whatever you want, you can come and take. So the lady goes and says, I want, tells to the king, I want you. He says, what is the logic? She says, if I have you, all these things belong to me. So suddenly maybe we realize that and we think, if I ask for Swami, everything else will come, right? Most of you will be knowing the success story of Balvikas, success stories of students who say that I just prayed to the Lord and everything happened. And so you want to say that I want the Lord, maybe I will, maybe one supplementary exam or correction, not this red ink, one more. So you say, Mujhe bhakti do, mere Sai Shiva. Oh Lord, just give me devotion. Let me just be with you. Nothing more is required. And then he says, granted, what more? And then here you really, really get confused because you've asked for him and then he says, what more? That's where we realize that when we ask, it means it's not there with us. Yes or no? If we ask for something, it means it's not there. Is he not there with us, brothers and sisters? He's there inside us. He's there with us. And then you just say, Swami, just give me liberation. Nothing more do I need. Mujhe mukti do, mere Sai Shiva. And the Lord says, finally you asked what I actually came to give. And then your conversation gets over there. So this is just one story with this bhajan. Each of you can create your own stories, right? So with this feeling, can we all sing this bhajan together?
Each of you can imagine your own story with your own personal Bhagwan.
Yes. Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha.
Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha.
Tere charanon mein Sai mera koti pranam.
Tere charanon mein Sai mera koti pranam.
Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha.
Sai Mata Pita Dina Bandhu Sakha.
Tere charanon mein Sai mera koti pranam.
Tere charanon mein Sai mera koti pranam.
Mujhe shakti do, mere Sai Shiva.
Mujhe shakti do, mere Sai Shiva.
Mujhe bhakti do, mere मेरे साई शिवा, मुझे मुक्ति दो 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 मेरे साई शिवा। साई माता पिता दीना बंधु सखा. Thank you, brothers. What feeling you all have generated. Just see. It's wonderful. So this is what is the bhava, raga and the tala aspect of the bhajans. And just one note of caution to the lead singers. You should have raga, tala along with bhava. Bhajan session is not the session where you explore your musical ability or show off your musical talent. It's the place where we connect all the people. Swami says, if you don't sing for God, S-I-N-G, G stands for God. If God is not there, then it's a sin, S-I-N. So you have to, when you sing, it means you're singing for the Lord. So that's about the bhava, raga and the tala aspect. So much that we have spent about the genesis of bhajans, components of Sai bhajans specifically. Now let us move on to know how to sing bhajans. There are instructions and there are ways how we should sing bhajans. Now, for beginning this part of the bhajan workshop, let's pray to Bhagwan to give us message on how to sing bhajans.
విద్యార్థులారా ఒక చిన్న ఉదాహరణ తీసుకోండి.
Here is a small example for you.
మన
dear
జీవితం
students.
అనేటువంటిది ఒక వృక్షము.
Our life may be compared to a tree.
ఈ వృక్షం పైన అప్పుడప్పుడు కామ క్రోధ లోభ మోహ మదవాచ్యులైనటువంటి ఈ యొక్క పక్షులన్నీ చేరిపోతుంటాయి.
But on this tree, the birds of lust, desire, hatred, etc., they come and
ఈ
collect on
పక్షులు
this.
చేరటం చేత ఏమి జరుగుతుండాది?
When these birds collect on the
కేవలం
tree,
అలజడి జరిగిస్తుంటుండాది, చెట్టు కింద అశుద్ధం చేస్తుండాది.
there is no peace of mind and there is plenty of dirt collected down below.
అందువలనే ఈ వృక్షం కింద మనం చేరి చెట్టు పైన చేరినటువంటి పక్షులను మనం ఏ రీతిగా తరం కొడుతున్నాం? పిషో 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 అని చెప్పినప్పుడు అవంతా శబ్దం చేతను ఈ నోటి శబ్దం చేతను పరిగెత్తిపోతాయి.
How to drive away these birds? When you clap together and may produce sound, these birds will fly
కాబట్టి
away.
ఈ దేహం అనేటువంటి ఈ చెట్టు లోపల హృదయం అనేటువంటి స్థానంలో నీవు కోరి రామ కృష్ణ గోవింద అని శబ్దం చేస్తే ఆ పక్షులంతా పరిగెత్తిపోతాయి.
Similarly, if you go on singing the name of Rama, Krishna, Govinda with full heart in your own heart, these bad birds of desires, etc., will fly away from your
కనుక
heart.
ఇప్పుడు మూడు కూడాను పరిశుద్ధమైపోతాయి.
If you do this, all the three aspects
ఏమిటి
get
ఈ
purified.
మూడు?
What are these three things which need purification?
మనస్సు, వాక్కు, కాయము.
It is the mind,
దీనిని వేదాంతంలో త్రికరణ శుద్ధి అన్నారు.
mind, word and body, and that is called the purification of these three karanas in Vedanta language.
కొంతమంది పాటలు పాడుతూ కూడాను పెదవులు అల్లాడిస్తుంటారు, ఊగిస్తుంటారు,
Some people,
కదిలిస్తుంటారు.
while singing, only move the lips, they don't sing loud.
ఇది సరైనటువంటిదే కాదు.
This is again not correct.
బావిలో పడినటువంటి వ్యక్తి నేను బావిలో పడ్డా అంటే ఎవరు వచ్చి నిన్ను రక్షించరు.
If a person has fallen into a deep well, if he goes on muttering to himself, I am
అయ్యో
fallen.
నేను బావిలో పడ్డానని గట్టిగా అరిచేటప్పటికి చుట్టూ ప్రక్కల ఉన్నటువంటి వారంతా వచ్చి రక్షిస్తారు.
If he can shout at the top of his voice from the well, people from outside can hear and
అదే
cheer him
రీతిగా
on.
నీవు హృదయం అనేటువంటి బావిలో పడినటువంటి వాడు నీవు ఏదో లోపల దచ్చుకుంటా అంటే అది రాదు. గట్టిగా చెప్పాలి. అది సమ్యక్ కీర్తనం, ఇది సంకీర్తనం అన్నారు. గొంతు ఉండినంత వరకు దీన్ని ఎత్తి పాడాలి.
That is why you should also sing loud from the core of the heart if you want to save yourself into the well into which you have fallen.
So Swami gives importance as to why to sing loudly and why to clap and sing. The last part, we may be asking ourselves, why should we sing Lord's name in such a young age? Or can you just...
Swami says, a straight plant can become a straight tree, but a bent plant can never become a straight tree. Similarly, if you don't get these qualities at a young age, you will not be able to do it when you're at the old age, right? So therefore, all of you youth, being the torch bearers of this Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations, should take part actively Nagar Sankirtans, Bhajans, Seva activities, and take Swami's name forward with all zeal and enthusiasm.
You should not feel shy to tell your friends that you are going for bhajans. Do you feel shy to tell your friends that you are sick? No, right? If you're sick, it's a fact and you need medicine to be cured. Similarly, the Lord's name is the Aushadam, the medicine for the disease which is Kali Mala.
So therefore, when we are doing Swami's activities, we don't need to shy away saying, I'm going for singing bhajans or I'm going for doing some activities. But the other side of the story is, your friends or your peers should also see a positive change when you're doing these things. Otherwise, it will not have any effect on all of us. So, in conclusion, let us all, whenever next time onwards we sing bhajans, let us sing full-throatedly, wholeheartedly, clap loudly, and sing the name of the Lord with His form in our hearts and sanctify our lives. So let us conclude this session by singing the glory of the Lord. हम सब मिलकर मंगल गाएं।
हम सब मिलकर मंगल गाएं, हम सब मिलकर मंगल गाएं। साईं भगवान सत्य, साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य, साईं भगवान सत्य, साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य, साईं भगवान। सब सुख जीवन साईं भगवान, सब सुख जीवन साईं भगवान। सब दुख हरणा साईं भगवान, सब दुख हरणा साईं भगवान। सत्य स्वरूपा साईं भगवान, सत्य स्वरूपा साईं भगवान। हृदय निवासी साईं भगवान, हृदय निवासी साईं भगवान। परति निवासी साईं भगवान, परति निवासी साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान। साईं भगवान सत्य साईं भगवान, हम सब मिलकर मंगल गाए।
Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.